Good morning. Today we are going to do lesson number 5. This is going to be on the Emperor. Now the fool has completed his journey so far through being born, receiving morals from his mom, and now his dad. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Emperor today, which is the fool's father. Um, this is a very strong man who has strong morals and boundaries. This is somebody who is in complete power, a very strict, stern influence. So this is someone who is looked up to by others and their course of actions followed. One thing about the Emperor is amidst all that strength, now keep in mind your card will look different than mine because mine's a 180. Amidst all that strength, if you look, he's got one knee, just one knee hanging out. And that shows even though he's so strong that he still is human, that he still is in touch with his humanity. And, he's ready to act and take action, and he has a lot of power. This is somebody who has the world in the palm of their hand, his globe of dominion, and he's got a sepulcher ready to stamp orders. He's always ready to take action on behalf of something that he believes in. He is the ultimate authority figure. Confident, he has strict morals, strict rules, and he proceeds with control and also has a lot of free reasoning. Um, let's see. The Emperor, if you look, behind him is a stream off of the Empress. I mean, if you really look at that, you'll see that the stream from her card, if you set them side by side, goes to his, which is actually kind of a unique little follow through. Whereas the Empress was very nurturing, the Emperor is very strong and he has a lot of morals, power, and teaches how to be successful and is hardworking. Um, Now, if you look, there's a lot of red in the card, which is Mars. And there's also some ram's heads on the card itself. The Emperor is one who may sometimes take a little too swift of action, and because of this, act a little too stern. His elemental rulership, of course, is fire. His planetary is Mars, and he likes to rule over Aries and Scorpios. And of course, his number is 4. Let's see. He's got a crown, and with his legs the way they are, the one is revealed, and that just shows his human element, whereas the rest of him is just purely strength. Now, if you notice, his crown has a little dome on it. That is representation of ultimate or absolute sovereignty, which means there is none that can compete. And it being gold, he's pretty much victorious in anything he does. Now, one thing you will notice about the Emperor is everything's barren, whereas the Empress, everything was lush. With the Emperor, everything is barren. And that will be sterility, that will be fertility issues, that will be somebody who is not the most productive as far as childbearing. And it can definitely represent that, someone who's having fertility issues. Let's see. This can be a card of someone getting ready to go into the government, somebody who is getting ready to go into a serious position of power, and kind of also a warning not to use that power to manipulate others, not use it in the wrong sense, not be corrupted by it. And, this is definitely a committed person. They're committed to the task. Everything is in control. They have fatherly love, power, leadership, authority, success, all definite meanings for this. They have a lot of willpower. Um, this is someone who signs a lot of legal papers. Could be a lawyer, a judge, because of that sepulcher that's ready to take action. That's a little stamper, by the way. And this is definitely a confident person. Um, Somebody who has a lot of control and a lot of confidence, but yet has a practical side. Somebody who easily takes things into their own hands and gets them done. Now, if this is, oh, it can also be a military card. If this is in the reverse position, now going back to that military thing, since I just mentioned it, it could be somebody who's been either hurt in the military, who will be hurt in the military, or somebody who is hurt, like a police officer in the line of duty, a fireman in a fire. Um, this is somebody who would be emotionally unsound, many, many highs and lows, doesn't really have a whole lot of control over things. Um, and definitely manipulative if in the reverse. And this could also be someone who falls in love with the wrong person much too easily. Um, and someone who has a little bit of a hard time taking responsibility in the reverse. And this could definitely, in the reverse position, also be somebody who really has a lot of conflict and a hard time respecting people in authority. Um, your, what do you call them? Your conspiracy theorist. um, in the reverse position, you got high hopes for a relationship, but unfortunately, you're going to have to break free and let go of it because it's just really not going to get anywhere successful for you. There are many options around you, many possibilities, but unfortunately, the person's unable to see past themselves to this. Um, and if reversed, it also would represent somebody who has some serious issues with their father figure of sorts. Well, I thank you for joining today's session. Tomorrow we shall go over the Hierophant. And it was great working with you, and I look forward to seeing how things go in the future. Until tomorrow, God bless.